What's good, everybody? It's your brother New Breed coming through with another video. You are not tripping. Something is off with people. And all you brothers and sisters out there who are spiritually aware, you can sense the change. There's a lot of fake energy out there. And you could be around a group of people and you can see the smiling faces, but the eyes don't lie. The eyes can't conceal how people really feel. And it seems that everybody's putting on a front. And it's partly because social media is bleeding over into real life. And of course, on social media, people have to act like they're living their best lives. When in actuality, we're all feeling the shift that's taking place in society. However, God's people are adapting to the shift properly by locking in, choosing their friends more wisely, setting healthy boundaries, praying, fasting, supplication, building that strong connection and relationship with the Creator. While on the other hand, the mass majority, they don't quite know how to deal with the shift that's taking place. So what they do is they become more fake and they gather a hive mentality. They're looking for support in all the wrong places. And a lot of people are walking around robotic because of this. They're walking around like zombies, afraid to think outside of the box, afraid of going against the status quo because they're afraid of being marked. Because the scriptures tell you, when you depart from evil, you become a prey. And it's very true. When you start unplugging from the matrix, you can expect the Agent Smiths to come. And a lot of people are afraid to fight the good fight. But something has changed in these people, where a lot of them are just choosing to be evil on purpose. And you can see that their circuits have gone short. They have short fuses. They're quick to lash out and crash out. Conversation just doesn't feel the same with people. It seems that everything is transactional nowadays. And this is why the scriptures say that in the last days, people will become incontinent, truce breakers, lovers of themselves. People would not have natural affection. And you can sense it on people. Everybody is out for self. And these are signs of the times. These things that's transpiring in society remind us where we're headed. And that's ultimately to being freed from this captivity that we're in this social cataclysm that we are preview to. There will be light at the end of the tunnel. But for those who can see, we got to lock in more than ever now. We got to do the inner work. We got to make sure that we're eating right. We got to make sure that we're sleeping right. We got to make sure that we surround ourselves with only people who are healthy for us. Because make no mistake about it, evil communication corrupts good manner. If you're around people who keep you flustered, if you're around people who disturb your peace and keep you in constant anxiety, then it's going to corrupt your good manner. You're not going to be able to do the things you need to do to fulfill your purpose. And you must eliminate all of those threats out of your life. Your peace is your number one priority. And the world wants you to think that you just tripping. They want you to think that it's all in your head. And now a lot of us find ourselves veering off from the masses, and people will condemn us for that. People will be upset that we're chasing after that peace and we'll end up a target. People will be upset that we don't want to do the things we used to do anymore. See, when you were living a certain way, life seemed like it was on easy streak. 9 times out of 10, when it seems that way and you know you're not living right, you're on the highway to hell. But the world loves its own. That's what the scriptures tell us. The world loves its own. If you are doing certain things that everybody else is doing, hey, everybody's going to applaud that behavior. It's a time like never before, and we definitely need accountability partners, people who are going to keep us on a straight and narrow, because broad leadeth to damnation. And when you start veering off and you find yourself walking solo, just understand that that means you are in alignment. Your frequency is in the right place. Your defenses are up. And don't allow anybody to gaslight you or love bomb you into believing that you doing what's best for you is somehow harming them. Nowadays, people are lacking a relationship with the Creator. So when you set healthy boundaries for yourself, believe it or not, some of the people around you may feel disrespected by that. Why? They feel entitled to your energy. They feel entitled to your space, your time. And it's almost like they have become ravening wolves in this day that we're living in now. And you can put this to the test. There are some people in your life right now as we speak, brothers and sisters, that soon as you set that boundary, they're going to reveal their true colors. They're going to reveal that they had secret animosity for you the entire time. This is just how it is. You're living in a time where the love of many wax cold. And if they're unable to get something that benefits themselves from you without reciprocity, then you're no earthly good to them. You know? And that's kind of what America has taught people. And it takes the integrity out of relationships these days when it's so transactional. And I'm talking about all relationships. Now, of course, you should have people that you do business with. And some of those business partners can be friends as well. However, what I'm talking about is true love being taken out of society. And it has become a selfish culture. The Bible calls this a godless generation. And you can see it. But they want you to believe you're crazy. No, you're just set apart. They don't want you to speak on these type of things because it's the elephant in the room that nobody wants to talk about. Why? Because when we talk about what's happening in the world and the change in the shift, it puts everything on the table and people understand that they have to make a decision. They have to make certain changes in their lives. And it brings everything to the forefront. So You now know what the reality of the world is, and now you have to face it and adjust. A lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of people want to pull the wool over their eyes and act like everything is normal when everything is far from normal. When it comes to marriages, all of them are ending. When it comes to family, everybody's separated. When it comes to communities, neighbors don't even speak to each other. Nothing is normal about that. And what seems to be happening with this change in people is that everybody seems to be putting on a front while fighting demons secretly. Because those demons like to insulate people in order to destroy them. Because that's what that's what a demon's goal is. To eradicate whatever vessel it inhabits. And if you can insulate that person where there's no community, there's no godly counsel, there's no open spaces or safe spaces, there's no true love in culture and society, and you make everything transactional, and you make everything dull, plain, robotic, and then you mix in a whole bunch of dopamine and cell phone addiction, doom scrolling, and trauma-based and fear-based cycles on media, then you're going to have a social cataclysm. And that's what we're witnessing. And it is changing people. People are going through actual metamorphosis where it's almost like people have to force conversations nowadays. Nothing flows the way it should. But we need to be very aware of this so we can understand how close we are to a new kingdom, how close we are to Christ actually returning and changing his stuff. And also, when you notice what's going on, it keeps you from getting comfortable in a broken, fallen society. It keeps you from getting comfortable in a world that you know is not really for our turn. You know, you got a lot of people walking around in the matrix, completely oblivious, and they're happy with having a wool pulled over their eyes. But the Bible says my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. So having the knowledge of what's going on, seeing things for what it is going to definitely make you more observant. It's going to keep you on point. It's going to make sure that you test the spirits in people, and your discernment is going to be top notch. That's where you want to be at in this day and age. Talk to me if y'all can see it. If you know you not tripping, but people try to make you seem like something's off with you. Woe to them who call good evil and evil good. And keep in mind, hell have enlarged herself to fit the masses. The Bible says also narrow is the way of salvation and broad is the path of destruction. Just because you walk in that narrow path doesn't mean something is off with you. It means the total opposite. It means you're on point. Talk to me down in the comment section if y'all can see this change going on with people. I'm here to let you know you're not tripping, right? Don't let these people gaslight you. Don't let these people reel you back into the world's ways and start thinking robotic like them. Nah, be your unique self. The Bible says you was born to be a peculiar people, a royal priesthood. So live up to that. Be rare. Be different. Talk to me down in the comment section, y'all. Also support the work at newbreedglobaltruth.com as well as hebrewcare.com. Get all your natural products. One love to y'all. Peace.